Cello Doll YouTube channel. Since this is the first vlog of 2024, I want to wish all of you dolls a happy new year. I hope you had a fabulous holiday season and that you're excited for the year ahead. So for today, I wanted to talk about something a little bit different, the third finger of the left hand and how it's important for all cellists of all levels. And be sure you watch until the end because I have a very special surprise for you all and a big announcement, so make sure you stick around till the end. The third finger is important because it does a lot of technical stuff behind the scenes that we might not always be aware of. So I want to draw your attention to that and do a little bit of a mini dive into the use of the third finger in this video. So for my beginner cellists out there, usually you will start learning cello on the D and A string. And for those top two strings, the third finger is important because it makes our notes sharp. So if I put my third finger in first position on the D string, we're going to get the pitch F sharp. So that third finger is crucial for that sharp. Otherwise, we get an F natural. Now if we go to the A string, a similar thing happens with the pitch C. If I use my third finger, in first position we get C sharp. If I play a 2 instead, I get C natural. Then, when you move on to the lower strings, the third finger serves a role of making naturals. So if I'm on the C string, first position, third finger, I get an E natural. Now if I lift up that third finger and play 2, we get E flat. Now if we go on to the G string, third finger gives us our B natural instead of a second finger, B flat. It's very important to remember as you're learning the layout of your first position that the higher strings, D and A, are going to give you a sharp with the third finger. For the G and C, you are going to get a natural with the third finger. Next, let's go on to my intermediate players, specifically the concept of learning vibrato. Now, the third finger is crucial for vibrato because it helps to support the pinky finger, which is one of the more difficult fingers to add vibrato to. A major reason for that is its smaller size compared to your other fingers, so have the third finger down when you vibrate with the pinky. So I'm going to take a note, I'm going to do G on the D string, and if I only vibrate with my pinky, listen to how narrow and barely audible my vibrato oscillations are. Now I'm going to support the pinky with the third finger. Not only that, but it is much more comfortable for me to distribute my left arm weight across both fingers rather than just my small pinky finger. So regardless of what position you are in, remember if you are going to vibrate with the fourth finger, be sure that third finger is also down, supporting the fourth finger, and that you balance your weight between both fingers. So don't lean into one or the other, but make sure you are equally distributing that left arm weight between both of your fingers. Now lastly, for my advanced cello players, the third finger is incredibly active when we start getting into thumb position and playing octaves. Now to play that scale comfortably, you may have noticed that the notes, which are typically fourth finger in first position, got replaced by the third finger. A huge reason for that is to bring my pinky around to the lower strings. You can see my elbow really has to pivot down and around to make that happen. Also, the third finger has a lot more reach and flexibility when your hand is at this angle. For the pinky, I would really have to lean my wrist and kind of adjust my other fingers to compensate as well. So the third finger often plays the role of what we're used to doing with our fourth finger in the lower positions. Secondly, a lot of concertos like to add virtuosic passages for cello that involve octaves. So if I had to play two Gs as a double stop, I really have to stretch my hand a lot. And I know some players that can play this comfortably, but I can't. My hand is a little small for that. And I'm very jealous of you cellists that can do that. So I use my thumb and my third finger. And this is a very useful function if you have to play octaves and you want to have plenty of reach and comfort. So now I'm going to demonstrate a real-life example that uses thumb position and a lot of thumb and third finger octaves in the cello repertoire. This will come from a famous concerto that a lot of you dolls will definitely recognize. Alright, my dolls, thank you so much for watching this video and this overview of the third finger of your left hand and how it benefits cellos in all stages of their learning journey and beyond. Also, if you need a little trick to remember the tips from today's vlog, don't forget that another way to think of the third finger is that it's your ring finger. It's called the ring finger because there's a very special symbolic announcement that comes with it. And I'm very excited to share this with all of you. Of course I had to hide it in a teaching vlog. Of course I did. Really big life announcement, and I'm thrilled to share it with all of you. So, as always, happy practicing, my dolls, and working out that ring finger. Bye!